Welcome back to another video of Bits and Bops, a channel where I pretty much do or talk about anything I want. Yeah. As you can see, I did my makeup. It's a few days late. I did makeup for Halloween, or I was supposed to, and then I fell asleep early. And then I kept falling asleep early this week. So this is now kind of late Halloween makeup. Anyway, this week I'm going to be talking about POTS. What is POTS? I said I was diagnosed with that in my last video, and a lot of people have been asking me questions like how long ago did I figure out I was diagnosed, stuff like that. And like just general questions of what is it, what can you do to like treat it, etc. So I'm gonna be using my phone a lot, so to kind of help explain, but for the most part, I'm just gonna be talking because I kind of know more about it in my head. So basically, POTS is a disease. Not disease. That's not the right word for it. Hold on, we're gonna consult the internet when you are blinking. Okay, it stands for posterior orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. So, according to Google, that is what Google says. So basically, like, for me at least, I've been struggling with fatigue for a long time. Like, 4, 5, 6 years. It got really, really bad like last semester. I just remember sleeping like all day after class. I would just go to sleep and then like basically wake up, do my homework, go back to sleep. And that was my life. Like, I don't know how I passed college, TBH, but somehow we did. So it got really, really bad. To the point where I was like, something's wrong. So I want to get it checked out. Obviously, I was at school, so it wasn't like a very good time for me to go get tested. So I came back and started working, and then I started noticing some more symptoms along with like extreme fatigue. Would be especially like I've noticed these symptoms for years as well, but they've just gotten worse. One is like if I stand up too fast, I get lightheaded, very dizzy, very easily. Let's see, fatigue is a big one for me. Oh, I get chills a lot. Like I'm very cold very easily. It's very hard for me to warm up, at all. In fact, like let's see, what other symptoms? I have a symptom tracker on my phone that helps me track my symptoms. Um, I get dizzy a lot. Like sometimes just sitting down at work, I'll just feel like dizzy in my head, and usually if I drink water, it helps. We already talked about fatigue, headaches. Headaches are a thing. I get frequent migraines. I also have a lot of pain, like right back in here, which is where people with POTS tend to have pain. Um, I get heart palpitations a lot, like my heart feels like it's fluttering. And then nauseous. Oh my goodness. Guys, I didn't even think nausea was a part of POTS. I thought it was just something that I experienced. And then, like, one day after I got diagnosed with POTS, I was experiencing nausea, and I was like, well, this has been going on for like 2 years now. Like, it got really bad in 2022, 2021, or somewhere around there. And so I was like, I wonder if this is a part of it. And so I Googled it. And turns out, yep, nausea is a very, like, common symptom to have with POTS. So the way you get diagnosed, I talked about in my last video, is get the table tests that will basically diagnose you. Obviously, go to a doctor. And again, I've been having symptoms since they said I probably have had this since I was 12 years old, which like makes a lot of sense for me because that's kind of when all this started. Like I started struggling with fatigue and just a lot of different stuff. Dizziness is a huge one for me. Like I get dizzy super easily. So now I'm going to be talking a little bit about like what exactly is it. So basically there's this helpful little picture, but I can't like I'm not very tech savvy. So sorry. I'm going to show a picture now. But basically that kind of describes what's happening to people with POTS is all of our blood likes to pool in our lower half of our body. So sitting down is fine because it's like fills up, but like standing is really bad for us because it's just all of our blood likes to go to our legs. So we're not supposed to, stand for an excessive amount of time. So now that I've talked about a little bit about what is it, I'm going to talk a little bit about how to treat it. For me at least, I have not, well, no, that's a lie. I was about to say I have not started taking medication, then I realized, yes, I just got some from my doctor last week that we're seeing if it helps. So far, not looking good because I've gone to bed every single night this week early and I've been so tired. One thing is to drink water. So if you see me carrying around this thing, it is my official water drinker. This is how much water I have to intake on a daily basis. Like, I'm not doing good on my water right now. But you can see it marked times. I'm only in the 5 p.m. slot. It's so lots and lots of water. Definitely do notice when I drink little water that it's worse. Another thing is lots of salt. So salty snacks like popcorn, potatoes, which I was really happy to find out. Like I was like, yes, okay, actually love and hate you because now I get to eat a lot of potatoes. So lots of salt. Also Chick-fil-A. Like I went to Chick-fil-A, what was it, like 3 weeks ago, and like the amount of salt I got through that meal, I think that was like almost met my daily requirement right there, like just eating Chick-fil-A. So lots of salt. Another thing would be exercise actually helps, which I've been consistently doing now for like a year and a half, 2 years. There was a period in my life where I was like on again, off again exercise, but now I've really like committed myself to it. And like it helps with my stress. I don't see it like helping otherwise, but I bet you if I stopped, I would notice a difference for sure. And like I do remember too, like when I was in college, my last semester of college, I didn't go to like the gym at all just because I was so exhausted. But it could have been like, well, you didn't go to the gym, therefore you were more exhausted. I don't know how it all works. I'm not a doctor. So yeah, exercise helps. What else helps? There's some medication. Again, it's so far, it's like, I don't know. I just got on it, so we'll see if it works. Let's see, what else? Oh, I can't stand for long periods of time, especially like in one place. Bad. So it's always awkward when I have to go to church and stand for worship, and I'm like, I have to sit down by the first or second song, or just sit through the whole thing, because I'm like, I get just dizzy so easily. Especially if I'm standing in one place. It's just, oof. Let's see, what else? What other things can you do? I know this is just like, anyway, basically the best thing you could do is like tailor your own treatment. I mean, there's the diet, which is a huge part, there's drinking water, but it's really like kind of what works best for you, because some treatments may work better than others for some people. Like for me, the water thing is super important. Oh, I know. Another thing is I can't have excessive amounts of caffeine, which made me sad. Like I can drink some, but I have noticed a trend in the past, especially if I drink caffeine from my workplace, which is a weird one, or without food intake. I feel horrible. Like I drank some last Friday and I just felt sick to my stomach. Like I thought I was gonna throw up. Like, it was just not good. And so caffeine is something like I have to remember to eat beforehand or else it's not good. Anyways, back to what I was saying earlier is like, again, tailor your own treatment. Some things work better for other people than others. For me, it's like I do notice when I eat saltier foods or when I drink more water and all of that stuff that I feel better. So obviously, like, I'm not a doctor, so go seek medical help if you are experiencing any sort of symptoms or anything like that. If you have further questions, let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much for joining. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want. I don't care, whatever. Thanks for listening to me rant. So I completely forgot. And I'm taking a shower and taking off my makeup and everything. But I forgot another method that helps me to relieve my symptoms is compression socks. They sort of kind of not really work. I don't know. I haven't had that many dizzy spells with them on, but I've also been trying to like watch what I eat and do all the things. So if you see me wearing these giant socks that come up to my thighs, that's what they are. Forgot to mention that. Again, let me know in the comments below if you have questions, and thank you so much for watching.